This podcast is protected under the laws of the United States and other countries. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability, criminal prosecution, and the wrath of the tall man.
Boy!
Thanks for checking out 90 for Chill, the podcast with Cat Bus Russ. This is Cat Bus Russ, and I don't really have a context disclaimer warning on this one. This is just going to be a double feature of Nicolas Cage pictures from the current decade, the 2020s. So the worst thing that could happen is I will do a lot more complaining about the movie theaters in Champaign-Urbana and Savoy. Am I going to have to really drive to Bloomington to catch new movies? That's where I'm at. So, hope you enjoy the show, and as I say, how can you not be curious about what Nicolas Cage has been doing lately?
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Bring the noise.
Thank you again for checking out 90 for Chill, the podcast. This is your host, Cat Bus Russ, of course. If you want to get your Amazon Echo or Google Nest device to fill your home with my dulcet tones, ask it to play 90 for Chill, the podcast, and that should get you somewhere. I don't know. It's Amazon Echo wants 90 for Chill, the podcast. Google Nest, 90 for Chill, the podcast with Cat Bus Russ. Look, I'm just trying to get rid of the Podbean stuff, so if you guys just follow the with Cat Bus Russ feed, that'll do me best. Otherwise, not much new this week. I mean, it was a pretty fulfilling weekend, I would say. I've got to watch a lot of movies, which, you know, when you work 2 jobs and you only have a day and a half free on your weekends, you gotta appreciate it when you succeed with that. Now, granted, I had to go and deal with a crappy situation once again with the Champaign-Urbana movie theaters. I really wanted to do Renfield for this podcast, as I said, but when you know that they canceled the show last night, no warning, Fandango sucks, that's all I'm going to say. And, but I did get that movie watched today using my emergency ticket at Savoy, so at least they recognized that. Didn't recognize that I was sitting in the theater for 5 minutes before they started playing anything, but again, I digress. So, otherwise, next week's going to be big. I'm going to have Andrew Teedy, the Couchman Bakes, on the show to talk about Deadpool. This week, the double feature is going to be just as crazy. We'll do the unbearable weight of massive talent and Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, how could you not resist a $5 iTunes purchase of Nicolas Cage in a movie called Jiu-Jitsu? Did I regret it, though? We'll find out. Thanks for coming to 90 for Chill, the podcast.
What's the worry here, Nick? You've lost some of your talent as an actor?
No. What did he say?
He says he loves you, but he went in a different direction.
I'm done. I'm quitting acting.
Ah, man, I'm driving through the hills. I'm sorry. One more time.
We got another offer. It's $1 million. It's to attend a wealthy gentleman's birthday party.
The guy that owns this house, what's his name?
Javi. Mr. Cage.
Excuse me, is Javi going to want me to,
I'm not sure I understand.
Look, it's Javi.
I am Javi.
Nick Cage. God, this place is stunning.
What is your favorite movie?
That's one of those questions that's impossible to answer. You can't just limit it to one.
Imagine me and you, I do.
Is it too much?
Is this supposed to be me? It's grotesque. I'll give you $20,000 for it. I didn't know that was a cliff. We could have died.
I'm in position.
I think that's the actor Nick Cage.
Nick Cage? I love you. Have you seen Crudes 2?
I'm 44 years old. Why would I see Crudes 2? I've seen Face Off and Con Air.
I'm kicking the dog.
What do you guys want?
We're with Central Intelligence. Do you know who you're spending time with? One of the most ruthless men on the face of this planet. I need you to help the U.S. government.
Let's kill this.
Find a way into that room, Nick.
I can see myself doing more of this stuff. I think I might have a real gift for it.
Good, because we got another mission for you.
No.
Kill
Your friend is working for the U.S. government.
Don't lie to me.
Are those my golden guns?
They're my golden guns.
I don't want to kill you.
You're the last person I want to kill.
I love you.
I love you.
Just me, Sally, can be dangerous.
I'm Nick Friggin!
And I've just concluded watching The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nicolas Cage, starring as Nicolas Cage, where it's basically him trying to get his importance back up there after failing to score a role as a Boston mobster. Decent Boston accent. I mean, the guy's it's spoken of so much, his thespianism over acting, so... he takes a gig from his agent, played by Neil Patrick Harris, to do a birthday party for a suspected criminal mastermind in Spain, played by Pedro Pascal, and is influenced by Tiffany Haddish to infiltrate and rescue a kidnapped Catalonian president's daughter. So that's the plot. This one really plays it up for the laughs, I would say. Never takes itself too seriously. So when I think back of this movie, just keeps making me think back onto JCVD, the Jean-Claude Van Damme action comedy, which I would say leans a little more on the action, about him getting stuck in a hostage situation and trying to work through a divorce at the same time. It's but I think that one is a little more sincere. But there, it's totally a different experience with a actor who was never really an actor compared to Nicolas Cage. And as I say, this is pretty much a straight up comedy, a little bit of drama, but not too much. Shot very well. The script is great. And just sometimes things kind of seem a little forced in it, like Nicolas Cage's Tyler Durden moments with Nick Cage, or Nick Whoa Cage. So I don't think that's, it's just really tells you don't take this movie too seriously, which I think, since we don't really take Nicolas Cage movies that seriously anyhow, I think it just really nails everything down. So it's a fun watch. Pedro Pascal is awesome in it, as basically, he's doing his Spanish accent, his Oberyn Martell, and it's just fun to see that kind of character, which I think you kind of expect to just be, fun-loving. So it's definitely worth your time, I think, to check out if you're a Nicolas Cage fan. And if you wonder what Nicolas Cage is all about, I think this movie really puts you in that place. So yeah, it's definitely worth some time. As I say, really makes you want to go and watch JCVD again, just to see if sincerity in the story, how important that is in this type of film. So I guess you'd say it kind of gives you that mockumentary vibe, which I don't think you get from JCVD. So that's just really it. Do you want something that feels from the heart, or just something that is just making sure Nicolas Cage is back, not that he ever left?
Hold on to your butts.
I know I said in the introduction that Fandango sucks, but it is good for trailers. As I say, if I'm going to the internet to use Fandango, it's got nothing to do with prepaying for a movie in a town of, 100,000 at best.
You know what I don't understand? How the hell are you still alive?
Must have been a pretty bad fall. The comet you see in the sky right now passes over the Earth every 6 years and causes a portal. But when it's open, we get a visitor from a distant galaxy. The poet warrior in the sci-fi sense. The spaceman. He comes here looking for a fight with you. The chosen jiu-jitsu. If he doesn't get it, he stays and he kills everything. That is Alien Politics 5 through 15. Now you are all the chosen jiu-jitsu fighters. But as long as you die bravely, no one else will have to. He's crazy, like me. There's no honor in killing crazy. I can fly too.
So, Jiu-Jitsu from 2020, starring Alain Moussi from the Kickboxer reboot series, Kickboxer Resurgence and Kickboxer Vengeance, which I think were a couple of fun films. Definitely really got it. I mean, you got Christopher Lambert in a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. I mean, that sells itself. This movie's selling point is Tony Jaa and Nicolas Cage in this feature. So if you want to see Nicolas Cage fight an alien, you know, if it's on Tubi, definitely worth a watch. But it's a really weird story. It's basically, let's take Alien versus Predator with the concept that the Predators created our society so they could basically have xenomorph hunts. Well, in this one, the alien comes every 6 years when a comet passes through, and he wants to fight 9 great warriors and defeat them all. And then he'll go back to the portal and come back in another 6. And Alain Moussi is the chosen one. And but is he quite ready for it? And it's up to the other 8 fighters and Nicolas Cage to get him in fighting shape. Now this is just, I don't know, it's such a fascinating, you definitely don't do this, but maybe you can do that when it comes to direction by Dimitri Logothetis. This film was shot in Cyprus, so it's about as Greek as I'm gonna get with that. So, you have some great fight scenes with just weird direction, though. And to its credit, the fighting is almost constant. So it could get boring because it's not necessarily exciting. You know what results are going to be. Every dramatic element's just so generic. It doesn't really impress you. And the CG effects, like the main alien is great, but yeah, it's just over the top, cheap looking. I'm trying to figure out where the $25 million went in this budget. The names, I mean, I can't think Nicolas Cage, the amount he works is making more than, low 7 figures. Frank Grillo might get $1 million. And his supporting role, Tony Jaa, might be worth a cool 5. But everybody else, no, this is something that's pretty cheap. And when it comes to, so cheap that they use comic book style panels, like in a really cheap movie that I loved called Hellbinders with Ray Park, that the basically, oh, well, we're going to transition. And in Hellbinders, they make it like a framing device, trying to make you really feel like it's a comic book. Here, it's like, oh, we're going to show comic frames basically to show the stuff we just didn't have time to shoot. Now, if this was filmed in 2020, okay, COVID, yeah, I can understand restrictions, but that would also suggest this is probably closer to a 2-hour movie, and oh gosh, that would be unwatchable. Just how boring, how just repetitive the feature gets. So it's just a night. I mean, Nicolas Cage is Nicolas Caging it. So for the fans of him, it's definitely worth a viewing. I mean, and you know, it's until I get Kickboxer Armageddon, which is supposed to be the third feature in that franchise, which is probably going to be directed again by Dimitri, what have you. Sorry, the screensaver just kicked on my Apple TV. But again, I like Kickboxer. I like the first two, and he directed the second one, which isn't as good as the first one. But again, I mean, that one has Mike Tyson, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Christopher Lambert. I mean, it's just so crazy how they're trying to keep that franchise going. It's worth trying to see where that one ends. So it's like, I guess, kind of the anti-Halloween reboot where the first movie was great and then we're just hoping for something cool in the next two. And we just leave pissed. So at least in this franchise, Alan Mousset versus The Mountain. I mean, that's your main event, and yeah, it works out pretty good for that one. This one, it's kind of like if the Predator fought fair, or if the Predator was fighting martial artists. Like, this could be something so much better. Definitely needs to be in better hands. But it went some of the action in weird direction. There's a great, like, one shot where you see Tony Jaa kick a bunch of American soldiers' butts, hooks up with our Alan Mousset, and then they're both fighting, and it looks like at points it's from Mousset's point of view. So, like, it was very much like Hardcore Henry. And then at other point, but then it suddenly pulls away, and oh, okay, so we got somebody, like, is Yoda riding the back of Alan Mousset, and he just gets dropped off every now and then. So it's just a weird feature to watch. So I guess for action and filmmaking fans, there's something to get out of this besides for Nicolas Caging it up. So not how I wanted to end this podcast. I really wanted to talk about Renfield. Thank you. Everything that could possibly screw up. I will not support Fandango as much as I can. Well, I mean, until we get Star Wars movies again. And I need those pre-orders, but yeah, I mean, I imagine Savoy canceled it because nobody ordered tickets online. It's like, if I'm going to go online, it's to watch something affordable. And never mind the fact I was using my emergency tickets from when they screwed up. And you could say, well, there's a power surge or a power outage. It just doesn't matter. It's like, you can't keep having, like, Champagne Cinema, it's Murphy's Law. Something that will go wrong can go wrong. Gosh, we need the art theater back desperately. I mean, yeah, it's never going to be the highest quality equipment, but at least you know they're going to put their best effort in. So that's how my night is ended. Very long. I'm going to have an intro I still got to record, but it's just after 1. So thank you, Phoenix Theaters in Savoy, and thank you, AMC in Champaign, for just making awful theater experiences. And, you know, it's really bad, though, for Savoy if I can't even get into the cinema. So that is 90 for Jill, the podcast this week. So, as always, rate and subscribe on your favorite podcast apps, 5-star reviews, preferably. List all your bloody criticisms in those reviews, and I will take heed. I'm doing my best to improve. I got some good feedback from my podcast with Nick from In Love with Movies, saying that I kind of might be actually correcting what wasn't there in or what I was doing wrong, I should say, in Gold Diggers of 1933. Gold Diggers of 1933. So, if you want to be on the show, send an email to rustthebus07@gmail.com. That's RUSSTHEBUS07@gmail.com. Offer me a movie, a director, a theme, an actor. Just try to focus on sub 100 minute material. Come on, let's find an actor that we can use to get to Milos Forman. That's a major thing. Next week, we're going to have Andrew Titi on to talk about Deadpool and a feature that we are doing just because of the Kessel Run, and I guess since Disney owns Marvel and Lucasfilms, we can apply it. So, thanks again, more importantly, to Stacia Harden for keeping me motivated, keeping me going, and I hope I'm still impressing her, and I hope she's hugging the shit out of Little Skimble, the one-eared angel. Follow me on Letterboxd if you want to find out or get an idea of what might be on future episodes of 90 for Chill, the podcast. My username there is CM Darth, Cookie Monster Darth, Cool Movies Darth, Chick Magnet Darth. So just think CM and Star Wars, you'll get there. Follow me on Twitter. That's where you can do all the bitching about the show you'd like. Username is @CatBusRuss, and I'm on Mastodon as well. at Russ Stevens at mastodon.social. So thanks again for coming to 90 for Chill, the podcast, and we will be back next week.
Can I hear a wahoo?